basically it's a place of population that's overpopulated, where migrants have tried to get over into Libya, and now or trying to get over to Europe as well.
Right, trying to get to
Smugglers have tried to push them through other countries. However, they're unable to. And a lot of what's going on is those people who can't pay their way, can't hold up, places to stay and so forth, are just being pushed into slavery.
Yeah. Now, recently, Italy and a few other members of the UN, they've come to an agreement to help, refugees who are currently in refugee camps and things of that nature, trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea to get to Europe. They're helping them, escape and helping them, transition from that. So
they're trying.
Unlike the Liberian representative of the UN who tried to deny this even existed this week.
A lot is going on. In a system of where the dominant society is basically ruling, it's a lot that happens. And it started to make you say, what do you place blame on this situation? Now, when you look at it, this wasn't happening when Gaddafi was there, right?
Was it happening? And he was able to keep a curtain over it?
Well, Gaddafi made sure things were ran right over there. And here's another thing, too. A certain way. We'll say that. But, Gaddafi's demise was partially, mostly the U.S. during Obama's reign. They wanted to get rid of Gaddafi.
Obama was trying to get rid of tyrants.
Well, why was he a tyrant? What threat did he serve? You know what threat he served? The threat that he served was he was making his own currency that was going to separate themselves from the currency of the world, which would have made them actually, I think because it was like gold that they were trying to make their dollars.
Which America started. When we initially started with the currency, it was we had a gold standard. You could go to any bank and give them $1, you get $1 worth of gold. So our currency was based on gold. Then we went to the silver. Then we went to a promissory note.
Well, see, but they looked at Gaddafi as a threat because of the fact that he was making moves and going to make this a whole new currency and make their country very profitable. So what do? We can't have that. We can't have. It was almost like they wanted to take out someone who was going to make a big difference in another place.
Not disputing that.
Because it was going to really fuck up everything for them.
Because I've seen the U.S. government act in that particular way. But in this particular instance, Gaddafi, even if he was trying to bring back the gold standard for their currency.
I understand. You riding for Obama. I feel you.
I'm not riding for Obama.
Because
first off, there's nothing wrong with riding for Obama. I'm just trying to tell you.
If I gotta throw some blame out there,
how's this Obama's fault?
Oh, he gotta take a little bit of that.
No,
this wouldn't be happening if Gaddafi was still alive.
You can't take responsibility. So I'm supposed to let this tyrant live because I'm not prepared.
Tyrant. This is what you're calling him. A tyrant.
Just because he had a fancy tent, just because he was chill, just because he had the Jimmy Snooker,
and he also did a lot. He was very fond of the black people.
Yeah, he had some black chicks in his tent, and he didn't hate us, but he didn't love his people either. And just because a vacuum was created after you tried to get rid of the evil, you can't help. You're thinking that the baton is going to be picked up by the next person behind you.
We're told someone is evil.
True.
That's the thing.
True.
There's evil going on right now.
True.
And U.S. have made no moves on it. Yet when we're told that there's evil lurking or there's evil in another country, guess what happens? We're over there taking care of it. Allegedly. See, there's no win in this for the U.S. to go over there. See, oil, and I always say this, oil is to die for, right?
Obviously.
Oil is worth dying for.
Obviously.
And so, being that there's no profitable gain for the U.S. to go over there, guess what? Slave trade continues.
I mean, it's uncertain how long it's been going on. They said it's approximately 450,000 refugees that crossed the Mediterranean Sea, 3,000 who died annually
in the Mediterranean Sea.
In the Mediterranean Sea, trying to make it across. In Obama's defense, Obama took a different approach. He did surgical strikes against individuals. He sent like teams in. He lowered the number of troops in Iraq and over in the Middle East.
I take that back. I'm giving him too much credit. He wasn't really he was in charge as far as the president, but how much charge? How much power does a president have?
I mean, he is one of the three arms of the government. Okay,
but how much power?
He has a lot of power. He has veto power. He's the commander-in-chief of the military.
How much power is always used, though?
Now, the thing is, he can't go to war without congressional approval, but he can send out SEAL Team 6 on a covert mission like he did and take out a couple cats secretly, okay?
Did he really? I mean, like, we give him credit for Osama bin Laden, but did you watch, what was the name of that movie?
Oh, it was called
something dark.
Yeah, dark.
I can't remember exactly. However, there was a lot that was in place prior to. He just gave the last final go ahead.
He gave the final approval. They couldn't do it without that final approval.
They had already moved and watched and was on top of it.
Everybody did their job. He has people in place to do research and find out shit, and then he goes in and he gives final approval.
Nigga, we got this under control. Just say yes.
If he didn't say yes, he would.
Well, I guess if you guys have gotten there to that point, this far, go ahead. I think it's okay. Go ahead.
You say it like Obama came in. It was his third day, and they already had this whole plan in place, and he came in and said, "I like it." No,
it kind of. I mean, it kind of was. I mean,
he came in. He was like, "You know what? I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of all these people over here in Iraq." And they're killing our boys. I want to do something smarter. And they came in. He did some smarter. They had a small team. They went in surgically and they got him.
They went and killed Osama bin Laden, who wasn't even a threat at that point anymore.
How do you know he wasn't a threat anymore? Do you know how that shit works?
He wasn't. When you hiding, you ain't a threat.
He's not just hiding.
When you hiding,
he's unseen.
When you hide,
still planning. When you still making videos. He has the power of the internet.
How much do we know about these videos that he was making?
How much do we know about these videos?
See, here's my thing. Osama bin Laden was doing all types of business with the United States. Somewhere, somehow it went wrong, and somehow you become public enemy number one.
Before
when you're not doing the
Obama
things we
got
want you to
here during 9/11, yes, Osama was doing some.
But I'm just saying
with the Bush family.
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of things
in the U.S. government. Obama came in here different.
But what I'm saying is, we were told he was a threat by a regime we didn't trust.
Osama?
Yes.
Osama wasn't a threat?
I have no idea. Do you speak Arabic?
I don't speak Arabic, but if you in a video with an AK and you got a knife in your hand, you cutting heads off.
In a cave, we've never seen him cut a head off. We've never seen him shoot a person.
If you give love to someone who cuts an American
we've never seen him cut a head off. We've never seen him shoot a person.
Are you seriously saying
I'm dead ass.
Dead ass seriously.
It's the difference between Saddam Hussein and it's the difference
between
devil's
advocate for Osama.
I mean, really, I'm told what I'm told. I don't speak Arabic. So everything that he said allegedly in a video, which allegedly, I have no idea if this video was him. The video came with subtitles, man. Come on now. You listen to everything you're told, and you say, "Okay, I'm gonna take it for what it is."
2 seconds, and I make 2 quick points, and I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not disputing the fact that we have had propaganda that was fed to us by the U.S. government. I'm not denying that.
Time,
all the freaking time. I understand that. There's no disconnect between me and the Middle Eastern people who have. Where did all this hate come from? Something happened. It wasn't like they just woke up like I hate the Westerners. I know that, but I'm talking about specifically Obama and specifically his approach to terrorism.
Because I mean, what about ISIS? Where's ISIS at right now?
Where's ISIS at right now? I mean, shit, ISIS is just a part of that long ideology of terrorism.
What are they doing right now? Will they appear when we need them to?
ISIS?
As in, will they appear when we need some type of distraction from other things that's going on? I just
see
wonder.
what you're saying.
Is
ISIS like thought up by the government and shit, and they're
do
used
we
as an excuse?
I'm saying that the government make targets when they feel like it.
ISIS takes responsibility for certain things.
We have homegrown terrorists that are on the alert that alert daily.
The homegrown terrorists have
no targets on their back,
ties, or they were inspired by, in a lot of cases, by jihadists or ISIS
Stephen Paddock in Las Vegas. That's where he got his ideas from.
I didn't say that. I said let me rephrase.
Timothy McVeigh got his
not all
from Muslim extremists. Huh?
Not all.
I'm just asking.
Boston bombers.
Boston bomber. What?
Right.
We don't know. That's what they told us. It makes it easier when it's not the white man.
So, do you think that they're completely innocent? Is that what you're saying?
Who?
ISIS. Osama.
I'm not saying. Well, put it like this. I'm saying I don't trust the government. So I don't know if I don't know if like ISIS is real or if it's not. Truth be told,
ISIS is real, kid. Now the thing is, their motivation and all of their atrocities. You know, maybe some of them have been, trumped up or gassed up or used in propaganda, so us Westerners can hate them. Definitely is a strong possibility. But don't get me wrong. Certain shit, if you're an organization fighting for freedom for your people, then you don't inflict oppression on your own people. You don't blow up innocent people.
Why not? They did that 400 years of slavery. What are you talking about?
You can't compare slavery to.
Yes, I can. I can compare anything. The government oppresses the U.S. on a daily. Not even just with black people. They oppress white people. However, Lyndon B. Johnson, LBJ, not LeBron James, the other LBJ, said it best. You can take the poorest white man and make him think he's better than the poorest black man or the richest black man just because he's white. You can make him think that.
That's different from.
But I'm saying that's the system of oppression. They will oppress their own system. They do it all the time.
Look.
Our government in Michigan is oppressing the state of Michigan. Easy. They killed they damaged Flint. Through greed.
Definitely not this. Look, this is what I'm saying. Okay. If you are an organization or a group of people who feel as though that you're oppressed and you need to get your freedom back, you're not going to blow up innocent people. You're not going to go to the country and blow up innocent people.
Yes, they will.
Okay? So the thing is,
I mean, we can agree to disagree.
I mean, my thing is, so if you feel it's because my thing is, I'm a proponent of U.S. went over. They were trying to take over some oil fields. They tried to say it was weapons of mass destruction. Never found any weapons of mass destruction. Okay, then we occupied this area because we were fighting terrorism. Okay, I understand all of that. So you go again, and then our government put our soldiers in a position where they were seen as oppressors over there in the Middle East, not for the first time, because they already hated us when they had wars and shit against Russia. Russia was over there overdoing it and everything like that. I'm not about to go into a history lesson, but if you're ISIS, you can't call yourself freedom fighters if you're going against innocent people, or you're blowing up people in Europe, or you're blowing up people over here, and they don't have anything to do with.
We're allegedly saying that ISIS is always doing this. We're always saying that ISIS.
I'm not saying allegedly. I'm just saying what they're taking responsibility for.
Like I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, if they take responsibility for it, and they don't come out and say, "Hey, this is not us taking responsibility. This is some conspiracy shit."
I'm just saying, like,
then they take responsibility.
I need
for
receipts on shit. Like
receipts?
Yeah,
what's the receipts? When
you
ISIS says they take
like
responsibility
if you
for
say
certain shit.
if a person does something and there's no receipt on where he came from, you be like, well, allegedly on his computer it said that he was trying to pledge his allegiance to ISIS. And you're like, well, I mean, like, what?
I feel what you're saying. Speak
like,
to the fact
really?
to where
what
certain
was his
things
origins?
happen.
Like, did he grow up
Like bomb attacks in the subways in Europe, or
that's
9/11, when people take responsibility.
Europe is a whole other country.
But it's still an act of
and
terrorism.
then in 9/11, there's still conspiracy stories out there about 9/11.
Yes, and then the thing is, if a terrorist organization takes responsibility, and then no other entity from that organization comes out and denies that responsibility that was taken,
but we're always showing alleged footage from these places. And it's like we're shown Cobra Commander sitting in
on a park bench,
sitting in his base, and he's masked up. Yes, we are taking over this country. We really don't have any demands. How many times does it come with a demand? See, that's my thing. It's not like it says bow down to us, or we're doing this. Like these are attacks without demands. I think about that. How often
you can't rationalize terrorism. If
allegedly,
they do these attacks and the terrorist organization takes responsibility, and no one from the terrorist organization does not deny,
you can't rationalize it when there's dead bodies, as in the person who does it is dead. However, when people are still alive, there's usually a demand that follows behind it.
First off, the person who comes in and commits that suicide bombing, and then the organization that they're affiliated with takes responsibility, and no one denies the responsibility taking. What are you talking about?
I'm still stuck on this fact that you speak Arabic, right? Because you can tell me that Obama really said. I mean, Osama really said those things. I'm just saying, man.
I'm not speaking to his whole
just saying
his whole speech that he gives to procure new.
I'm just saying
jihadists.
I don't.
All I'm saying is if
I'm saying
I'm
what
an
I'm
organization
saying,
and I take responsibility, and
but
no
we
one
keep saying we're taking They're taking responsibility.
They are. That's what they do.
But we don't really know if. Like I said, I don't even know if they really.
This isn't some
exist.
Random.
Yes,
like
it is.
It's not some random Arabic dude saying we're taking responsibility. These are our leaders taking responsibility.
Let me tell you like this. Cameron said it best. I mean, you can post anything on social media, or you can post anything in the media.
Oh boy!
And because you post it,
oh boy,
people who think you are legit will just automatically assume it's correct.
Killer. True. But if you have,
I don't just believe everything that they tell me.
But if it's a social media outlet,
I need all background.
This is the organization that is known for terrorism, and they're taking credit for this, and no one else from the organization denies them taking credit for this act. What
I'm saying is like everything that we're told comes from our source of government. This is like this stuff is coming from like
not everything that we're told comes from our source of government. Everything that we're told comes from media outlets. Yes,
but that's what I'm saying. This isn't like we were over and we spoke to ISIS. Like the government got a hold of this videotape and this is what's going on. Allegedly,
so
all that shit is alleged to me, man. I don't trust the government.
I don't trust the government either. Because you know what, the government are made up of individuals like myself, humans. You put a human in the right situation, anything may happen. So if you put a human in a situation where they're running an entire country and they have access to millions, billions, and trillions of dollars and a military, anything might happen.
And so they might mind their own fucking business.
You said mind their own fucking business? Maybe. Maybe one of the things.
Yeah, man. I mean, the United States is the biggest gangster land there is.
I don't know about gangster.
We have, the military, the U.S. Government is the biggest gang in the country. I mean, in the fucking world. We have the biggest gang. We have the best gang in the world. When we want to go gangster some shit, guess what we do? We go gangster some shit. If you don't comply with us, guess what we do? We go gangster in some way, somehow. But guess how we got to tell our people? Because it's a democracy. And we fooled them and made them think that they have a say. We come up with an elaborate plan to make it seem like everything that we're doing is right. So if we want to go over to Afghanistan, we want to go over to Iraq, we want to take all the oil we want to take, we can't just send our troops over there and have a taxpayer thinking that, they're over there for no reason. They're just over there beating the shit out of people. Nah. We need to start a war. We need to start a war somehow, some way. So guess what? As the gangsters that we are, we're going to figure out a plan somehow, some way to make it seem like there's a reason we over here taking care of business, but at the same time, we got a whole bunch of oil drums and oil pipes. Mm-hmm. Because we draining this motherfucker of everything we need because, as I stated, oil is worth dying for.
I'm done with it. But this is the reason why we haven't, maximized the oil reserves that's in the United States, because we're going to use up all this shit first. And we're willing to fight for it, we're willing to lie for it and everything else, because we have reserves here in the United States. But, we don't want to, drill in our national reserves. We don't want to deplete our stockpiles of oil. So we're gonna pay top dollar. That's how Saudi Arabia is. So. Hater. So I mean, it is what it is. It is an aspect of business.
Pac-Man the shit out of that R.
Pac-Man is
or.
Albert. You know what I'm saying? I knew I fuck everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and anyway, I don't trust the government as far as I can throw it. But at the same time, this guy is defending ISIS, talking about the shit.
I'm not defending ISIS. I'm just saying, is it even fucking real? See, that's my thing.
Real.
It's a difference between defending and saying, like, damn, did the government make this up?
No, they didn't make ISIS up.
We have more to talk about.